watching Ebony Ladies in the DR. I'm your host, Bridget. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Gracias por mirar. Today, I am sitting here updating my calendar. It seems like I have a full calendar of real estate tours. So thank you all for trusting me to show you around Punta Cana, and hopefully we can turn that into me being your realtor. So I'm sitting here working on a contract, finishing up a contract because we just went under, we're waiting for closing basically. The contract was accepted, and so then today my client, like an hour ago, sent me a message and said, okay, so when do we schedule the inspection? Okay, y'all, there are no inspection companies in Punta Cana. There are no inspections being done. Most of the people I work with are cash buyers. And so, in the United States, the reason for the inspection is because of the mortgage loan. So people here aren't getting mortgage loans. So there's no inspection being done. The whole purpose of the inspection is to make sure they're giving you, making a loan on a sound property. The bank doesn't want to lose money. But here, everybody I work with is doing cash. So no inspection. Now, if you have ever seen my episode where I bought my property, if you haven't, stop what you're doing, make a little note to self to go back and watch the episode, what you can get in Punta Cana under $200,000. And you're going to see my house, because I did it all about my house, because we paid under $200,000. Now, it was listed at $200,000 or $199. But because the owner had already moved back to Spain, she had no intention of coming back. She had no intention of cutting the power back on in her name. She was like basically over it, y'all. So we couldn't check to see if like the AC works. We couldn't see if the washer and dryer worked, if the stove top worked, because we don't have an oven. If the stove top worked, if the water heater worked, if the ACs worked. We couldn't check any of that because the power wasn't on. So of course, I'm not going to pay full price if I have to go in and, and fix all of these things if there's an electrical problem, if the outlets don't work. So, okay, we won because everything worked. The dryer, it was a stackable washer and dryer. The dryer didn't really work that well, but I didn't like it anyway, so we got it out. But that gave us room to negotiate, so by them not having the power on. So if you are buying a property and you want an inspection, I get it, but there are no inspectors. So this is what you would do. And I have a list of, after living here for 5 years, I've made some good relationships, and I have some good, dependable service people. Like I have a terrific electrician. I have a great plumber. I have a all-in-one service type of guy that can come and check out things for me. So if you want an inspection and I'm your realtor and you say, Bridget, and your power is on, I want somebody to come check out these things, because either way, if the power is on and we can check everything out and something is wrong, then we can negotiate a better price. Or if the power is not on, then we definitely can negotiate a better price, because we're going to do what if, what if these things don't work? So either way, we can get it done, but I'm here for you. And that's what a good realtor is all about. And, it's live and learn, as I've been doing it, because I guess a lot of times we have gone in and the power has been on. I think I've only had maybe 1 or 2 situations where the power wasn't on, but they ended up not making an offer on those properties. And so that's why, we never went any further in that direction. But either way, going forward now, if I'm your realtor, then I am going to suggest, let's cut the lights on. Let's try the AC. Because the main thing, when you're buying a property here in Punta Cana, and y'all know it can get hot in the summer, most of the properties like to have a bigger living space. So our living space is our living room and our dining room. The first floor, we have central air. So you're going to want to cut that on and make sure that it's getting cool or that it's blowing. And if it's blowing really good and it's just not really getting really cool, it may just need Freon. So you can we can negotiate that, but it's like still room to wiggle in there because it just may need the Freon. And then you want to go in each bedroom, check the inverters, and those are the AC units on the wall. Get the remote, If they power on right away, you don't hear no crazy noise, you don't see no leak, no water dripping down the front or any of that kind of stuff, water on your ceilings, things like that, then it's just not getting cool. It just same thing. It just may need services and need some Freon. But if it doesn't even turn on, then you already know right there. That's something you're going to need to negotiate in the price, because that's going to have to be replaced. Okay. Appliances, most of the time, if the appliances are left in the units, they work. I haven't had anybody to buy a property and we didn't get to check the appliance and then it didn't work. People aren't just like really that trifling here. They will go ahead and tell you it don't work, and they'll get it out and move it out, and there'll just be an empty space there, which is good. But going forward, we can always check on these things and just let me know that if you're ready to put in an offer. But before you get ready to make your offer, before we put anything in writing, because in Punta Cana, once you put your offer in, they're ready for the deposit, which can be anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, and that's to reserve it and for the real estate attorney to start doing the due diligence. It should be to take the property off the market, but y'all already know that doesn't happen. There are properties that sold a year or 2 years ago, and that's still on the not an MLS, still on the listing sites that like they're still available, because I told y'all the realtors here sometimes are too lazy to go in and update, and then a lot of times that I'm realizing it's not them being lazy, it's them being trying to be sneaky. And what they'll do is keep the listings up to generate you giving them a phone call so that they can put you in the system. And I'll do a whole video about that on another day. Y'all just have to remind me. But they will do that to be able to generate some phone calls and to be able to get some leads into their office when they know that that property has been sold over a year or 2 years ago. So we just don't want to fall for the okie doke. All right, so that is that. A lot of people that are buying new properties and an inspection, you shouldn't need an inspection because they're supposed to be building these new fancy pretty apartments up to code, which I don't know where a code book for Punta Cana is. Like in the States, you can go online and see builder contracting codes and laws and bylaws and all of that. I've never heard of anything like that here in Punta Cana. I did try a little Google search before I started to make this episode to just see. Y'all, can I find a thing? Nothing. I may have been using the wrong keywords. I don't know. But if there's another realtor, Dominican local realtor, someone that can answer that question, please feel free. Reach out to me. Put it in the comments or message me on WhatsApp and, and let me know. But that is non-existent. Okay, so if you are buying a new property, and what I have heard firsthand from people that have bought new properties, like within the last year, or basically last year during hurricane season, they had a lot of water to come through their windows. A lot of people are having issues with the windows, that there's gaps in the window. And y'all, in the end, caulking is not going to fill that. If the builder did poor workmanship and you've got gaps around your windows and they're filling it with caulking when you go and do your walkthrough, because you're the inspector. Before you make that last payment and get your keys, you need to be the inspector. And I'm talking about telling somebody to do it, and they did it, and it paid off. Take a bottle of water and pour it under wherever you have the sliding patio doors, pour it wherever you have the window sills, and see if any water comes through. Pour a water bottle. If there's no issue, then it's not going to be anything. If you got issues, you're going to see some water leakage. And that means there's gaps. So just like the water's going to come through when there's a heavy rain, like hurricane winds and rain, it's going to flood your house. And because we had that issue, I think I told y'all the last hurricane, I did a video about it, that we had some water in our house. And if somebody had made a video like this, giving me terrific tips, then we wouldn't have had a flood in our house. Okay? So this is a good tip. So make sure you're testing out your new builds, your new properties with the water bottle trick, and just see if any water leakage is coming through. Go through, and let me tell you, somebody else told me that they did the what's it called, a water sprayer, a water hose. All right, they did the water hose and it came right through the windows and they could see the gap. And then they were trying to make a video to show to the builder because the builder wasn't there when they did their walkthrough. He told them to go ahead and check things out before bringing me the last payment. And so he didn't even meet them over there. So they did the water hoses. There was a water hose at the next house that was on. And they had water go all through the house, and they made a video for the developer. So if you are doing new build, doing a new project, those are the main things that I would look out for. Other things, I have not heard any electrical issues, anything like that. Just the water and the window issues. Okay, so this was the video all about inspections here in Punta Cana. There are no inspectors, but if you want to inspect your property, let me know before we put the contract in so that maybe we can get you an even better deal than I already negotiated for you people. Okay, so just let me know. And then, like I said, if you need an electrician that you can trust, a plumber, an all-in-one handyman, I have found some really good people that have been trustworthy, that have excellent prices, because y'all know I'm cheap. So if I say they got excellent prices, they got good prices, okay? But, if you have any questions and you're getting ready to close, before you get ready to close, you get ready to submit an offer, then don't hesitate. Reach out to me. Now, I'm not going to be doing the work of your realtor if I'm not your realtor. So you got to tell your realtor these things that Bridget from Ebony Ladies in the DR told you to do. Okay, so you have your choice of realtors, and I know that, so good luck to you. But I appreciate everybody that is watching this video. Don't forget, you guys, to hit the like, subscribe, and share button, and put in the comment section if you want further tips. I'm probably going to come back and do another video about the inspections, and just before you actually put in your offer, things that you should look for, things that you should do. And the more and more I sell real estate here, the more and more I'm learning and loving it. I'm actually really loving it because I do a really good job of finding people what they want in their budget in the beginning. I don't have to show you properties because I know what's out there. I know what's going to be a good deal. And I listen to my clients, okay? But you guys, thank y'all for watching Ebony Ladies in the DR right here on YouTube every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all don't be throwing away your money on somebody that said they're an inspector, because they're not an inspector. Ain't no inspector licenses, ain't no inspector school. You can be your own inspector. It's things that we can do because of common sense, especially if this isn't your first house that you've ever purchased. Then you're not new to the game. You know what you're looking for. Okay? So I just wanted to share that with you all. I thank y'all for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Until next time.